Recovery efforts continue in Amory after an EF3 tornado that devastated areas of the town last year. Now some residents there want to have a place should another disaster strike. Our Caitlin Yateman brings us more on efforts for a new storm shelter.
Amory is continuing on its road to recovery after a tornado that blew through last year. Along with rebuilding, city leaders are preparing for the next storm. They want to build a community storm shelter. To help cover the cost, the city is applying for a community development block grant that could award the city up to $750,000. Mayor Corey Glenn says this is an important step in the recovery process.
We've been through a devastating storm. It's been a lengthy recovery. A lot of damage in that particular area in Ward 2, which is on the western frontier of our city. So absolutely, as part of our recovery.
The shelter would be located near Amory Fire Station 2 on the west side of the city. Glenn said they are planning to maximize the grant if they get it.
This first bid is somewhere north of $225,000. So that's just the shell itself. Doesn't include the infrastructure, the foundation, the parking, and all that. We know we're going to spend north of $600,000, so we're going to try to maximize the grant. If it's available, we're going to solicit it. We're going to pursue it. So,
community members at the meeting were supportive. Ward 4 Alderman Glenn Bingham said the shelter would be important to residents in that area.
Well, it'll give a lot of people who doesn't normally have ways of getting to something within walking distance of this community in most cases, and that's a very important thing, because there's so many people who doesn't have the transportation that they need at the time. Most people in Ward 2 can be there within 5 minutes.
Tracy Hadley of Love Without Walls said most importantly it gives those without personal storm shelters somewhere to go.
It has been requested several times, the need for a storm shelter. So having this meeting and a place for the people to go in case of a tornado is very, very helpful while we continue to work on getting individual shelters in the area.
In Amory, telling your story, Caitlin Yateman, WCBI News.
Now, Amory can apply for the grant later this month. They hope to have a shelter in place by next spring. They're asking the community to send in letters of support for the shelter to accompany that grant application.